At dawn, the crew sets out on a hunt few dare to attempt.
Specialized gear is prepared for a creature built to vanish in darkness. The captain plots a course into cold, rocky trenches where giant moray eels are known to hide.
On the vast steel deck, reinforced leaders are spooled for the brutal power of a giant moray. Every hook is baited with precision to attract a shadow-dwelling predator.
Fresh, oily bait is prepared on the expansive steel deck of the massive fishing vessel.
Cameras help track a creature known to strike from total darkness.
Every cave moray is ested. Giant morays are infamous for violent twists.
Only a vessel of this size can handle the brutal fight ahead.
Each baited hook is prepared on the vast steel deck of the towering 150-meter vessel.
Rough northern seas smash against the steel hull as the crew readies deep-water eel gear.
Industrial engines drive the ship toward deeper, darker waters.
The crew moves with practiced precision as the first line is staged. Every connection must hold against incredible torque and twisting force.
By midday, the gear is ready to descend into the abyss.
Industrial cranes handle gear too heavy for any human alone. Ahead lies a labyrinth of stone, perfect territory for giant morays.
Safety systems engage. One mistake out here can be fatal.
The first rig slips into the void, beginning the long descent.
Sonar pings reveal movement in the trench below.
Hundreds of meters down, the gear drifts toward the rocky floor.
Deep crevices here could easily shelter a creature of enormous size.
Any spike could mean contact with the elusive giant moray.
The bait drifts silently past jagged stone walls.
Longline angle adjustments ensure rigs reach the deepest cracks.
A massive moray-shaped figure appears on sonar, its serpentine form unmistakable in the trench below. Something enormous retreats deeper into the trench.
A violent jolt tears through the line. Contact has begun.
The line trembles with raw power from below.
The heavy mount groans under the force roaring up from the trench. The crew braces. The creature begins its first counterattack.
A massive tail sweeps across the seafloor, stirring a cloud of silt.
The line shears violently along the massive steel hull, pulled sideways by the moray's powerful, sinuous force.
Deep below, the moray's spiraling force makes the winch scream under strain. A colossal head breaks through the darkness, its mottled skin flashing in the light.
The eel's sudden lunge nearly yanks men off their feet.
Wrapped around stone, the giant moray attempts to anchor itself.
Hydraulics engage to break the eel's grip on the rocks.
Freed from the rock, the eel explodes backward in rage.
Circling water marks the creature's rise towards sunlight. Control tools line the wide steel rail of the massive vessel as the crew prepares for the eel's rise. Sunlight reveals a massive jaw lined with needle teeth. The giant moray erupts beside the massive steel hull, its twisting body throwing water across the deck. Control poles keep the monster away from the steel hull.
Water crashes onto the deck as the giant moray fights wildly.
The eel rolls in a desperate attempt to snap the leader. The crew pulls together, matching strength with strategy.
Its massive length emerges, longer than a pickup truck.
The creature surfaces, jaws snapping as tension peaks. Control gaffs sink in as the eel makes one last violent attempt. The crane arm descends for the crucial lift. Slowly, the massive moray rises above the waves. On the steel deck, its enormous scale becomes undeniable. Its patterned skin shimmers with deep ocean colors. Restraints lock the creature safely on the steel deck.
Its length surpasses even the crew's boldest estimates.
Its massive jaw shows why these giants rule the deep crevices. The giant moray is packed into deep ice for long-distance transport. The crew resets the heavy longline system, preparing the industrial gear for another descent into the deep trenches. The vessel pushes deeper into the northern ocean wilderness. The catch arrives under strict cold chain handling. Every detail is checked to maintain premium export quality.
The dense structure of deep water eel meat is revealed.
Fillets are vacuum sealed for distribution worldwide.
Top buyers gather for the day's rarest catch.
Cold chain trucks deliver giant moray to coastal distributors.
Pallets are secured for international air shipment.
Top chefs receive a pristine cut for tonight's service. Expert slicing reveals the eel's rich marbling.
Simple seasoning highlights its naturally bold flavor.
The final dish blends ocean intensity with delicate presentation.
Diners savor a rare delicacy of the deep sea.
As the sun sets, the vessel prepares for its next journey into darkness.
The crew readies fresh gear for another journey into the abyss.
Fresh sonar data reveals even deeper, uncharted trenches.
Another giant stirs within the underwater labyrinth.
The crew tightens formation as the line begins to surge. A sudden thrash sends water exploding across the bow.
Extra clamps lock in as the eel's power increases.
Morays twist into a helix to generate immense rotational torque.
The crew carefully lowers the massive moray over the steel rail of the giant vessel, releasing it back into the deep.
Industrial hydraulics wrench the creature from its anchor point.
A single jaw rising signals the creature's grudging ascent.
Even the massive vessel shudders under brutal seas.
Mid-column, the eel's writhing becomes dangerously unpredictable.
A surge of water slams into the port rail as the eel charges upward.
The giant moray breaks the surface, its long mottled body twisting as the industrial crane lifts it clear of the waves.
Another giant rises, dwarfing the crew surrounding it. The eel's teeth gleam like needles forged from the abyss.
Industrial restraints prevent any final burst of violence.
Tape measures confirm another record-breaking specimen. Frozen storage preserves the catch for transport. Exhausted, the crew resets gear yet again. The giant moray lies across the steel deck, its mottled serpentine form unmistakable under the crew's lights.
Inspection teams verify quality before auction begins.
Under the harsh auction lights, the giant moray's mottled serpentine form draws immediate attention from every buyer in the room. Sealed crates prepare for journeys across the globe.
A high-end kitchen receives prized deep-sea eel.
Thick ivory cuts of the giant moray are trimmed carefully, their dense muscle fibers revealing the eel's immense strength.
Subtle seasoning enhances the eel's natural richness.
A clear, even sear brings out deep flavor.
Guests savor a rare delicacy from the ocean floor.
The eel's buttery texture surprises diners.
The vessel returns to sea, chasing the next legend. The crew resets gear as night takes the deck.
The steel giant cuts through cold northern waters.
Industrial engines cool after hours of relentless work.
Packaged portions of giant moray are sorted carefully, each cut showing the dense ivory flesh of the deep-sea predator.
Exhausted fishermen breathe in the quiet night air. At dawn, the hunt begins anew. Coiled gear waits patiently for the next deployment. The cable's scars tell the story of a brutal encounter.
Final crates leave the deck for global markets.
Floodlights guide the steel giant into port.
A few scattered scales shimmer like stars on steel.
Under the stars, the ship waits for its next descent into darkness.